This talk is basically being related with the goat sector in the Viksit Bharat. It has been perceived from our seminar, which has been recently be conducted under the National Goat Conclave, which was being first time being organized in CIRG and Magdum. Rather, it was a first National Goat Conclave in India itself. And we received the opportunity to organize it. Under that, we have organized two programs. One was being the Bakri Mahakumbh, that was being basically for the farmers, and almost farmers from the 14 different states, they have participated, and there were being more than 3,000 farmers were being there, and the different stakeholders, that includes the ICR institutes, universities, veterinary universities, the KVKs, as well as the industry people and the progressive farmers. They have placed their stalls over there. Almost more than 50 stalls were being there, which were being depicting the new technologies or the modern tools which are being required for the goat sector. And second is that we have also organized the various competitions for the goats. That includes even the highest milk quantity being given by any goat at one stroke, and then the pure bred animals, then the beautiful goats also. But now the one was being there, and this Bakri Mahakumbh was being inaugurated by the Professor S.P. Singh Baghel. He is a Minister of State for Animal Husbandry and Dairying, and it was also being attended by the Mr. Gabriel Wangsu. He is a Minister of State. He's a Minister of State of Arunachal Pradesh, which is being dealing with the agriculture, animal husbandry, and fishery. All the three disciplines were being followed, and it was also being attended by the Deputy Director General ICR, Dr. Raghavinder Bhatta, the Animal Husbandry Commissioner, Dr. Mitra, and various Assistant Director General Dr. G.K. Gaud, Assistant Director General Dr. Animal Health also. That's and as well as the many of the directors of the different institutions, almost 11 different directors, they have participated in this program, and the state veterinary institutions, like the various directors of the different state animal husbandry department, that includes our Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, even the Karnataka, and the senior officials from the Himachal Pradesh, then Rajasthan, Gujarat, they were being participating. So it was a huge gathering. On the second day, we have conducted the seminar on the policy and strategies for Indian goat sector in Amrit Kal. So today's talk is also being a part of that one. So Viksit Bharat, as everybody knew, that the Viksit Bharat is basically being the philosophy which is being given by our Honorable Prime Minister, that by 2047, when India is being completing the 100 years, then we should be a developed nation. Developed nation with respect to the complete economic growth, environment, sustainability, and social progress. And goats are being considered as one of the species which is being confirming more than 11 different sustainability goals. So you can imagine that how the goat can contribute in the poverty alleviation, employment generation, as well as the nutritional and the economical security. So which is being basically being a social growth and the social progress is being there. So keeping all this in mind, and the Amrit Kal is being considered as a period where we have to conduct our pathway, or we have to structure our way out to reach to the reach to the Viksit Bharat. So this is basically the idea which is being generated. And so in the today's talk, my talk is being divided into three parts. First part is that what is the status of the goat sector right now, and what are our targets, or what are the core dimensions which should be framed out in 2047, for which we can look into what are our research requirements, what are our policy requirements, what are our infrastructure requirements, and then how the CIRG is being carrying out, what the CIRG roadmap for the achieving those targets or those goals, and how the CIRG is being moving ahead with their co-partners. The co-partners, the major one are being the progressive farmers. So I have placed some case studies also with my in my presentation from majority are from the progressive farmers. Those are being associated with our institution. So goat sector, as everybody know, it has if we see its SWOT analysis, it Indian goat sector has a very high population. We are being almost 150 million, and as per the as new census has already been initiated by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. So we are being it is being expected that there will be further increase in the goat population. And along with the population, there is a high biodiversity is being there. In the world there are around 680 goat breeds are there, and whereas in India 39 registered goat breeds are being there, and these 39 registered goat breeds are meant only for almost 40% of the total goat population. 60% of the goat population is still nondescript. So high biodiversity being available. Breed is being available for every agroclimatic zone, for every state or every area. There is one breed is being available, and it's being a so that's why it is being locally sourced and low maintenance is being there. Weakness is the major weakness is the majority of the breeds or the majority of the animals, you can say, which are nondescript also, as well as some of the breeds also, they are having a very low productivity. And as we were being discussing just before this start of the presentation also, that as under the National Livestock Mission, there is more than 2,269 applications has been approved. Out of these 2,200 applications, more than 75% are related with this small ruminant, and majority of them are being placing one major problem, that they are not getting the good quality animals or elite animals for their farms. So this is the one of the major issues being there. Then the health and the veterinary care. The veterinarians, they are not reaching out to the small ruminant farmers, because they are being more concentrated on the large animals because of the high price and the of the large animals, and or maybe the pet animals. Whereas the very few veterinarians like Dr. Shok, or very few are being there, which are being devoting their time and energy towards the small ruminants. And there is indiscriminate slaughter is being there. Market, there is no age of the slaughter, nothing is being there. Marketing infrastructure is very poor, like they are being placed on the local haats, and where even the facility for the weighing is not being available. However, there is a lot of opportunities are being coming up. Lot of high demand for the goat meat is being there, high demand in the national as well as the international market. There's a high demand for the goat milk. Even the government policies in the form of like a scheme of National Livestock Mission, as well as the Pradhan Mantri Savrojgar Yojana being available, which are being for the development of entrepreneurs, especially in this sector of the goat and the sheep sector is being there. And threats, though PPR eradication program is being going on many of the states, but still the results are not being that much fruitful are not there, and it's a totally unorganized sector. The goats are being reared, more than 90% are the reared in the extensive system. This slide I pulled out from my Google only, where we can see that how the goat population is being increasing in India. It's been touching 162 millions. So we are being number one in the population, and it's been growing throughout the world with a 1.17 billion population is being there. And this is regarding the how these are being breeds. Highest animals of the breed are being the Black Bengal. Almost 19% of the total animal are being coming from the Black Bengal. And second one is the Marwadi, that is 3.4%. So you can imagine how much difference is being there. Then, but this goat is being growing very fast. Earlier it was being considered it's a main area of arid and semi-arid region. Now it is being almost in all the states it is being available. Though the dominance in the northern India or maybe the western part, in the southern part, the sheep is being more. Overall, the goat population is being increasing almost in the all over India. And especially the commercial farms are also being coming up in a very large manner because of the increase in the demand, and the people are being moving from the extensive system to the intensive system of rearing. There's a little bit about the data here. Just why I want to place it before you. There is some of the issues are being there through this data. I can show that you can see that the out of 150 million animals, the 82.89% animals are being slaughtered annually. Is 123 million. Why this much high rate is being there? It can be reflected over there also that the in 2023, you can see the carcass yield is also being decreased from 2020 to 2023. Earlier, it was being 11.4. Now it is being coming around 10.3. So people are being, because of the very high demand of the goat meat is being there in the market, and the people are being slaughtering even at a tender age. And they are unable to achieve the neither the age nor the weight is being there. So we are unable to match the world average carcass weight or the even the Oceania carcass weight. That is also being a very big issue. Even I'm not talking about the world average. If you see the Bangladesh is having a average carcass weight of around 12 kg, whereas in if you see the Pakistan is having an average carcass weight of 14.3 kg. So even then we are unable to match those. So we have to look into that how we can improve our productivity. That is the highest point right now, that we are being increasing. No doubt our population is being increasing, so that led to the more amount of meat production. We are being producing 1.41 million tons of the meat, but still the productivity is being low. It's being true about the goat milk also. You can see that the goat milk, if the trend is being shown to you over here, that the production is being increasing, the number of the dairy animals are being increasing, dairy goats are being increasing, almost 41 million animals are being in the right now in the milk sector, that forms around 28% of the total population. So it's been increasing, but still we are being producing around 7.6 million tons of the goat milk. That forms around 1/3 of the total world goat milk production. But our share in the international market is almost the zero. So I will discuss all these things in the few next slides also. So then what will be the status of the goat sector in 2047 or 2050? For there are the different prediction equations are there, or the estimates are being made. One of the estimate I have made through using the model that is known as a ARIMA model, auto-regressive integrated moving average models. This is basically, as the name suggests, it is an auto-regressive model. And for this, I have used the data from last 60 years, 1961 to 2019. So this data includes both the FAO stat as well as the basic animal husbandry statistics also. So both the data were being used to frame out for this prediction. And we have found that by 2047, there will be around 192 million goats will. So if we see this ARIMA model has been applied to the other species also, it has been seen that the population growth of goats will be around 35%, 33 to 35% are being there. Whereas if we see the cattle and buffalo, the growth in the population will be only 5%. So the growth by 2047. So the population is being getting stabilized in the large animals, large bovines or others are being there, whereas in the small ruminant sector, the population is going on increase. This is even true about the sheep also. And it is being expected that the population of the sheep will be going to increase almost 40%, means even higher than the goat population in the by 2047. So same data we have gone for the other program also. There, why I have applied this program? Because as I already mentioned in the ARIMA, it is a auto-aggressive model. So this is commonly being a good if you are being going for a data range of around 20 to 25 years, and if you want to predict up to next 10 years or 15 years are being there, then this model is being considered as one of the best model. Whereas if we are being having there is a lot of variation in the data is being there, like that we have taken the data from the last 60 years. Now, if we see the last 20-year data, that has a more aggressive growth rate is being coming up. If we put up that growth rate in our prediction model, see that the forecast tells us that the higher confidence level, upper confidence level, 199 million and goat population will be there in India, and up to, if the lower confidence, 156 million are being there. If we same is the meat dynamics, if we see the by using the ARIMA models, it's being the 2 million tons of the goat meat will be produced, whereas if we see that the by using the other, in which the goat population or the other factors are being used only for last 20 years. In ARIMA, we are using for 60-year data, whereas in case of the other model, we are using only last 20-year model, 20-year data. It shows around 3.5 million tons of the meat in the upper confidence level will be there. And if same is being true about the milk also. In the milk also, we have seen that almost 12 million tons of the milk will be produced by ARIMA model if it is predicted, whereas in case of the as you have seen that the growth rate of the goat milk is being higher than the growth rate of the bovine milk in the last 5 years. Because there may be the many multiple reasons are being there. It has shown a growth rate of around 4.8% in the last 5 years. In 2017, we were being around producing around 6.2 million tons. Now we are being touching around 7.6 million tons. So if you see 2017 to 2023, in the last 6 years, the growth rate of the goat milk is being higher than the growth rate of the cow milk or the growth rate of the bovine milk. Maybe the many reasons are being there that during that period, the lumpy skin disease was also being there. So that led to the decrease in the growth rate of the dairy industry in overall is being there. So now we are being, the goat milk is being forming around 3.3% of the total milk produced in India. Earlier, it was being 2.97% of the total milk produced of India. So the growth rate is being higher. If we consider those factors and others are being there, then the upper confidence level is being showing around 20 million tons, whereas the estimated values being around 14.7 million tons are being there. So we have to fix up the targets accordingly. Now regarding the meat, if we are being going by this way, the carcass weight will be around 13 kg by 2047. And if we see, if we are being targeting the world averages or others are being there, then it will be around 15.6 kg carcass weight is there. Then we can produce around 3 million tons of the chivon. By regular process, by this, we can produce only up to 2 million tons. So the excess of 1 million ton, how we have to move it? For that purpose, we have to plan it. We have to concentrate our resources. We have to target our resources towards the higher productivity, towards the better veterinary and the infrastructure services. So only then we are able to achieve the 3.1 million ton meat production. So we have to move in a mission mode. For this mission mode, there are the two sectors of requirements are being there. One is the research priorities, and second one is the policy and the infrastructure priorities are being there. In the research priorities, we have to focus on the higher meat yielding breeds like Beetle, Sojat, Sirohi, Osmanabadi. Those are being the breeds or the which are being producing higher meat. Or we have to reduce our non-descript population. We have to upgrade our quality population. For the upgradation of the germplasm, we have to use our either the elite bulls, elite bucks are being used, or maybe using the reproductive technologies like the AI, IVF or other technologies. We should improve our germplasm. Then we have to focus on the broiler goat breeds, especially we have to give a more of stress on the climate resilient meat breeds, so that as the climate change is being happening, that should not hamper it. Moreover, as people are being moving from the extensive system, pasture lands are being depleting, and the grazing is being almost being reduced. So we are being moving towards the intensive systems, or maybe the semi-intensive systems are being there. In those cases, the role of the FCR becomes a most important one. We have to focus on how we can reduce the cost of our feed and improve the FCR, even the use of the beta agonists, symbiotics, or maybe the the other nutritional interventions by which the cost of production can be reduced. Then the genomic tools for the early selection is also being required, and then nowadays the precision goat farming is in a buzzword, and the people are being using this one in the form of that the right amount of the feed at a right time at the right age to the right animal. This is the basically being the precision goat farming, and by following this thing we can save our energy as well as the cost of production also. Then we are using the genetic genome editing tools and others also being used to improve the carcass yield, especially the myostatin gene. So, and the diagnostics and the vaccine purpose, so that the mortality rate is also being reduced as well as the health aspect can be improved. I just want to put up over here that the recently we have completed a training program, which is in a sponsored training program coming from the through the Books India and the Atma program. Two program we have completed just today itself. These farmers were basically being coming from the Bihar or maybe the eastern UP part, and some people are being from Odisha also. What their feedback was being there, that they were being not utilizing any of the vaccination program and neither the drugs also, and their mortality rate is as high as 17 to 18% are being coming up. So especially in case of the young ones, the mortality rate is being very high. So we have also earlier also we have conducted a study over it. If we are being spending 1 rupee for the animal health sector, or especially the goat health sector, the returns are being 3 rupees 19 paisa. So which is being one of the, so I just always give a message to the all the farmers that the basics of the health, including the vaccination protocols and the deworming, should always being followed. Then by simply following these two things, we can safeguard our flocks or the goats, and their productivity can also be improved. And we are being also developing various diagnostic kits. Then policy and infrastructure, as I've already mentioned, there is no elite animals are being there in the market. So as many of the government institutions and the government farms, as well as our CIRG farms also, they are having elite animals. Under through them we can build up some of the nuclear breeding farms, which can help in the horizontal spread of the quality germ class. And especially the community breeding program should be promoted. We are also being giving a lot of stress that even the breed societies can be built up, so that like these breed societies can help to provide the elite or the purebred animals, both male and the female, to the various farmers. So this can naturally spread the quality germ class. Then we have to look into that slaughter policy also. Though slaughter policy laws and everything is being there available, but there is no implementation. A program is being happening out. And slaughterhouses also, they are being procuring the animals through various modes. Majority of them slaughterhouses are procuring the animals through the contractors, and the contractors from go to the traders, and the trader also, there is a 2 or 3 lines are being there. And many of the times what we have seen, that the farmer is getting only 65% of the total final product. So realization to the farmer is only 65% of the total cost. So in this also, the second thing is also that there is a long chain is being there. Was first trader, second trader, maybe many of the time third trader or the contractor are being there. Then it reaches to the slaughterhouses. The maintenance of the traceability is also being one of the biggest issues being there. So there should be specific steps should be given that these slaughterhouses and other, they should establish their backward linkages and directly purchase from the farmers. That will be a much better for both the aspects, for the farmers as well as for the slaughterhouses and others also there. Then marketing infrastructure and the system is being very poorly. I will discuss all these points one by one in the few next slides also. Then our strengthening of the veterinary and the artificial insemination services. Same is being true about the goat milk also. We have to target our goat milk from 12 million tons to the 18 million tons. So for that purpose, we have to work in a mission mode So using the especially the separate milk line has to be established by early selection, and we have to look into the genetic manipulations also, as well as the ration formulations. And the most important thing is that there is a need to set up a branding of the goat milk. But the goat milk market should be separated one. Like in the seminar also we have discussed that we have called the people from Amul as well as the NDDB also. So they came over there, and we have discussed that as in Gujarat they have established the camel milk separate line for the branding is being done. Similar branding should also be carried out for the goat milk. The different dairy cooperatives and others should also come for the procurement of the goat milk at a higher price. The goat milk cannot be purchased as per the traditional of purchase of fat and SNF. It should be on a separate guideline should be there for the procurement of the goat milk, and then only we can when it is being value addition is being carried out, some farmers are being getting higher prices for their produce, then only the goat milk industry can grow. So this is a little bit about the data. If we are being moving on these lines, then the goat industry is being around 3,32,000 crore rupees in 2047. But if we are being doing it in a very conservative mode by fixing our targets to the higher level, and plus giving a stress to the processing also, like 1/3 or the 30% of the total produce is being getting processed, like milk, like we are being producing around 18 million tons. Out of that, 12 million ton will be sold as a raw milk at the rate of around 72 rupees in 2047, and 6 million tons will be processed into the different products, and as the yield of the product vary from 18 to 20%, so that will be producing around 1.2 to 1.3 million tons of the odd products are being coming up. And if we add these things, you can see that the total value of the milk itself is being almost being the double, from 85,000 crore to the 1,52,000 crore is there. So same is being true about the meat also. So if we are being utilizing the meat, approximately around 2 million tons, 2.2 million tons for the raw meat or the wet market sale is being there, and rest 0.8 million ton is being processed into the various products and others. So you can see that. So we can go even up to our potential of our Indian potential is being around 7 lakh crore rupees for the goat sector are being there. So we have to catch that targets. For that purpose, we have to be forward looking. In the forward looking, first thing we have to look into that the goat sector is presently being unorganized goat sector. We have to get it organized and shifting from the production by masses to the mass production system. So though we cannot go ahead with the population increase just by increasing the number, the production will be increased. That is not at possible, because that is leaving a lot of stress on our environment also. The pressure is being coming up, pressure on the feed availability. So we have to look into how we can go for the genetic increase in the genetic potential. We have to restrict the population, but we have to improve our productivity. We have to more organized, similar to the poultry industry manner. Then only we can achieve those targets. And we have a lot of challenges are being coming up. Low productivity, as I've already mentioned many times, regarding the mortality also. The vaccination protocols are not being followed. Even the goat vets are not being available. There is a huge scarcity of the buck mother farm. Negative selection is being carried out very highly. Then poor access to the various sports services like breeding, health, finance is there, and AI protocols and the semen quality is not being available. Pedigreed semen is not being available. Then the unorganized marketing systems, organized channels are being there. Institutional support for entrepreneurship is also being very limited. Feed resources and the feed supply chain is still being in a nascent stage. So how the CIRG has been tackling all these challenges? First challenge is the breeding, or lack of access of quality breeding animals. In this, we are being running a project on All India Coordinated Research Project. Under that, we are being conserving as well as increasing the genetic potential of the Indian goat breeds. Presently, we are being targeting out of 39 20 breeds are being targeted, and we are 24 breeds are being targeting, and we are being working in the 19 states, and we are being providing the genetically high germplasm to the farmers. Even through the AI also we are being providing. Then the feed resources, we have developed the models which has an as sustainable forage cultivation models for kharif, and the rabi fodder models are being there, low cost high quality feed, and even the medicinal feeds, the feed which is being given along with that, it acts as a medicine also. Then the housing models, the how animals should be kept in a low cost housing systems within a full comfort zone, and others are being there, especially in the different agroclimatic zones, the whether it is in a high humid climate is being there, or the winter season is there, or others also. So we have developed various models also for that purpose. Then reproduction, good quality bucks are being slaughtered for to avoid these things, artificial insemination, laparoscopic techniques for that purpose, even the using the laparoscopic ovum pickup systematic, even parthenogenetic embryos are being formed, stem cells. So we are being working on these lines, how we can improve the reproductive efficiency of the animals, so that our fetal biomass being available with us being a higher quantity. We are being also being focusing on how we can increase the twinning rate, or maybe the triplet rate should be more. Like in our, we have personally gone through, like I can put up the example of Barbary, Jamnapari, and the Jakhrana, which are the three farm units are being there in our campus itself. And this we have found that the Barbary, it was being earlier when the farm has been started, the twinning rate was only 1.2%. Now this has gone as high as up to 1.64. So we are being improving our germplasm using the different technology that includes the genetic selections also, as well as the reproductive efficiency using the different technologies being developed at CIRG. And the health and the veterinary care. In this, no, not only we are being providing the trainings to the veterinarians for how they should proceed for the goat health, we are also being developing various diagnostic kits. Especially right now, we are being working on the ET vaccine using the reverse vaccinology technology. Under that way, the vaccine candidate is being already being identified, and we have also set up a referral lab this for the diagnostic services. All the samples related with the goat sector are being examined under a single roof. So maybe it may be the biopsy, it may be the blood, fecal, or anything, any sample is being there, and we given a pinpoint diagnosis services, so that the accordingly the therapeutic effect can be therapeutics can be carried out. Then marketing and the age of that, our extension services, they are being working on this, on the complete goat value chain. We are being even we are in the instrumental in the establishment of the goat value chain in the Bundelkhand region, as well as in the Uttarakhand region are being there. We are being promoting the FPOs and the cooperatives also in that sector. And the in case of the slaughtering and processing also, or the development of the value added products, and the regular training programs are being provided by our institution to the farmers, and others are being there. Same is being true about the goat dairy products. We are being providing all the training programs on the development of the various cheese varieties, maybe the mozzarella cheese, Gouda cheese, or maybe the cottage cheese, even the chèvre cheese is being there. The different types of the goat milk based product, yogurt, even the goat milk based cosmetics, maybe the creams, or maybe soaps, they are also being developed by our institution, and we are being providing training as well as the commercializing these products also. Then for the marketing also, like I have already given example, we are being conducting regular basis the industry meet also, the farmer fair also, where we are being providing the opportunities to the various farmers organization. They can come over there and they can sell their products. Like in this Mela also, one of our associates farmers, SR Farms, they have sold out the goat chivon pickle and the other products also over there. So this is regarding the AICRP. We have increased our coverage very, very heavily. in the last 2 years, we have added 11 different centers of AICRP. Now we are being covering the 24 breeds and in the 19 states. And earlier, when I joined in 2 years back, our coverage area was only 460 villages. Now we are being covering more than 1,000 villages and covering more than 9,000 farmers. More than 75,000 animals are being provided. Elite animals are being provided throughout India. So we are being working in a mission mode. How poor man's cow can be converted into the future animal, and by the provision of the elite animals to the regular farmer is also being carried out through our multiplier flock scheme, and we are being adding the farmers on a regular basis into it. Presently, more than 50 multiplier flocks are being working throughout India. That's basically our jump class is being provided to them in a initial stages, and they further propagate it, and then they can sell it out. So the breeder animals can be sold by these multiplier flocks for the genetic improvement, conservation, and entrepreneurship models are being developed in a form. So the multiplier, these are the various multiplier flocks which are being established throughout India are being there. Even one of our partner like Goatwala Farms, Mr. Deepak Patidar, he is in a district Indore. He has been passed out from our training program almost 14 years back, and now he has one of the most established goat farm, and he is being selling the almost 5 different breeds. Elite animals are he is being selling it out, and he was being the one of the initial multiplier flock which was being established by our institution. So he's being uh, recently they have also established the Progressive Goat Farmer Association also. And regarding the health aspect, we are also these are the major diseases which are commonly being occurring in case of the goat are being there, and we are being focusing on all these diseases so that the the economical losses which are being occurring because of these diseases can be reduced. So we can see that almost 8,800 crore rupees is being annually being economical losses being coming only because of the one disease, that is a PPR. Out of this 9,000 crore award, almost 5,500 crore is being wasted only because of the goat. Goats are being more prone to the PPR than in comparison to the sheep. Almost 75% of the losses are being occurring because of the goats which are being affected by the PPR. So the PPR eradication program is being going on in many states. Even in the national program, it is being included. So as our farmers are being majority of the farmers are being very small farmer, or the marginal farmers are being there, their flock size is also being very small. Maybe the 4 animals are being there, they go to the grazing. So the accessibility to the vaccination program or others is being very limited. The penetration of this PPR eradication program to the each and every farmer is not being there. So if we see the number of the diseases which are being commonly being occurring incidence based on the economic losses, the PPR is the highest one. After that, in case of the goat, it comes the uh, enterotoxemia, then the CCPP, then fasciolosis, then your different worms they are being coming up, and finally the FMD, which is being basically become leading to the death or other aspect are being happening. So our institution has developed various diagnostic kits are also being there, which has been developed especially for enterotoxemia, and others are brucellosis, Johne's disease, cryptosporidiasis, cineresis, mycoplasma pneumonia. So even the vaccine are being commercialized. We are also being providing the various ethno-veterinary medicines, the herbal veterinary medicines we have developed in our institute that includes, and we are being providing all this information to the farmers also. They are being passing it out in the form of the product also, and these products are being commercialized as well. A lot of products are being developed by our institution. Especially I am giving a lot of stress on the brucellosis and others also, like in case of we have developed a product which is a brew clear. This is basically a product, herbal product, and a bolus is being given which can prevent the shedding of the brucella organism. by almost 95 to 98%. So if the animal is being infected with the brucella, it's being known. If it is in any herd, it will not spread the disease to the other animals. So it's act as a prophylactic also. So even many of the cases, it has shown a result as a therapeutic also. So especially we have also developed the herbal immunomodulators and others, especially in case of the goats, which are having a high rate of the twinning, triplet, or the quadruplets are being coming up. They are during their pregnancy period, they become in a very under stress. So to improve their immunity, we have developed a product that is known as Sanjeevani, and as well as the herbal immunomodulator is being there, so that these pregnant animals, their stress can be removed, as well as their colostrum content can be improved. So that the especially when the more of and number of the kids are being born, they can easily manage on that goat. ये सबसे ज्यादा जो major issues is being coming with the black Bengal and others, where the twinning or triplet rate is being very high. Same is being true about the Osmanabadi, and the in case of black Bengal, the milk production is very low. So for that purpose, we have developed various products. By this, the milk production is also being increased, as well as the stress on the animal while going for the pregnancy is also being reduced. And similarly, we have also developed the milk replacer. This is the pre-lactose G is being there. That in that it is being given to the animals if where the less amount of the milk is being available for their kids. And these are the various different types of mineral mixture we have also developed and others. Then, especially for the improve the reproductive efficiency, we have recommending the synchronization of the estrus, especially in the commercial farms or the others where there's organized setup is there, and you want to have a full utilization of the vaccine, full utilization, your crop should be available at a same time. So then you should go for the synchronization of the estrus, and the progesterone sponge are being placed in the animals. And we have sold this year itself. We have sold more than 5,000 these sponges for the synchronization of the estrus. The demand is being increasing. Those are being we have in a farm. So when it is being placed, the sponges are being placed in the animals. But we found that all the animals are coming in heat at a one time, so that you can use the AI tools, artificial insemination करके आप उनको एक ही टाइम पे सभी को प्रेग्नेंट करेंगे, तो आपके पास फिर आगे अपने जो मैनेजमेंट प्रॉब्लम है वो भी मिनिमाइज हो जाएंगी आपकी. At the you can provide them the vaccine at the same time. Your vaccine, like you have one bottle of vaccine which has 20 doses, and if your animals are being coming at a different age, you have to keep the vaccine and everything in a cold storage. Sometimes there is a lot of losses are being occurring, so you can place all the vaccines at some one time. The losses are minimum, maximum utilization, and your crop is being also being ready, or your animals are being ready for the slaughter or sacrifice or the meat purposes at a one time is being there. So this is a very useful goat synchronization is a very useful tool is being there. For AI also, we have developed the goat speculum. This is a basic glass based speculum, and we are being selling all these things also. Even we are being providing the pedigree buck semen straws at the rate of around 25 rupees per straw only. And for the presently we are being providing for the 7 breeds, and we are hopefully that it will be increased to the further. And we are being working on a regular basis to increase the carcass weight by using the genetic tools, especially the knocking out of the myostatin gene. We have recently received in a project also from ICR. That's a very big project. Under it, we are being working on the goat, so knocking down of the myostatin gene so that the skeletal muscle mass can be improved. And we have carried out the work on these lines, and we have found that the myostatin edited goat embryos are being produced, and this is using the CRISPR technology, and this is being validated also. We have placed these embryos into the surrogate mother, and we have found that the kids which were being born, that were also being of a very high weight was being there. But initially our results, the kid which were being born, the survival rate of that kid was being not high, it was being died, but initial weight was being almost more than double than the actual weight which should be there, and it was being growing very faster rate. So we are being refining our technologies and others, so that the post transfer survival competence should be improved and we can have more. So hopefully by the end of next year we will have a more number of the gene edited kids. Then we are also being working on the nutritional interventions, so that our FCR should be reduced by using the various methodologies. Even the average daily gain should be improved, slaughter weight should be improved, the concentrated supplementation is being developed using the total feed, complete feed is being based on the moringa based, also being developed with a high protein percentage of around 20% is being there. Then we are also being on the methane emission mitigation. We are being working in the meth flow we have developed, which is a pellet which can reduce the almost 20% of the methane emission from the goat, and so that it can lead to the improvement in the meat quality. Then we are also being working how the steps should be taken to ensure year-round nutritional security. For that purpose, we are providing the information and the details regarding the expanding of the feed resource base. Even the alternate feed resources, they are being explored. Use of locally available feed and fodder. We are giving a lot of stress that the locally available feed and fodder should be used as your low cost feed could be developed. Physical and chemical treatment to the enhance the usability, maybe the using even the ammonia therapy and others are being doing it. Then urea molasses are also being used. Molasses are also being rationalized, balancing on strategic feeding. We using economization with the appropriate mixture and strategic feeding. Optimization to increase the nutrient use efficiency. Total mixed ration TMR. We are being giving a lot of stress on the TMR, and Dr. Ashok will be agreed on that point. He's also being on a favor of the using the TMR so that we can reduce the feed wastage. Strategic mineral supplementation for especially for the area specific minerals we have well. Micronutrient supplementation. Then feeding of the NPN and the bypass proteins. Feeding of rumen protected fat or full fat oil seeds we have developed for bypass. Even feed processing and banking also we have been working on that, providing the total mixed ration with the optimum utilization and the nutrient feedback. Even on the use of the silage and the hay making, we are also being conducting regularly training program on this hay, the silage making also. We have developed the various models also, the crop combination, like we are being, this is 1 acre land is being there. In 1 acre land, 20 adult within a 30 followers, 50 animals can be easily can be reared for throughout the year, with which can provide not only the green fodder as well as the grains also. So even on the in between, you can also place the hybrid napier, which can act as a green fencing, and it also additional green fodder is being there. By using these models, we can have a total grain production of 7.6 quintals, as well as whereas the green fodder being be around the 73 quintals are being available, so that which can be sufficient for the almost 50 animals are being there. The other models using the oat and berseem, barley, berseem, and these models are also being developed by using these all this required information is being available in bulletin being issued by our institution. Then we are also being developing the 1 acre land, how it can be grown over there, barley and berseem combination model, oat and berseem models, and the hybrid napier is being placed on the as a fencing on that pin are being there. Even we are also being that the wastage being coming from the different animals, the alternate sources, like even from the like in Rajasthan, the various spices are being available. The raw or the wastage from the spice industry are being coming up. Other that can be one of the best for the goat feed are being there. Tree leaves like jatropha, sanjana, neem, khajiri, pala, these can be used, how it can be utilized. For that purpose, we are being giving a lot of stress. We are also being in models of feed banking are also being provided to the farmers. If they can, farmers, they can bring their available feed resources to the feed bank, and like forages, grain byproducts, oil seed, cakes, and other agriculture produce for the animal use, and that can be processed in your feed bank, and then it is can be stored over there, and it can be distributed, and the transaction can be made on the basis of as per the requirement, on the basis of the TMR and the CFB can be carried out. So these models are also being introduced by our in some of the FPOs. Then we are also working on the housing technologies where the space limitations are being there. The two-tier housing technologies are being there, and we are being placing this. We have found that the not only the two-tier system for the goats itself, that they can place on the adults on the upper stair and the kids on the lower line. It helps in the keeping the more cleanliness to maintain the better cleanliness, and the morbidity and the mortality is being reduced. Even the plastic waste movable hanging feeders are being there. We have transferred these technologies to the Vijay farms, and they are also, these are the few photographs from the Vijay farms. Those are being rearing the elevated and the low cost housing system also being developed, and the others also being developed by him. And he is being propagating it into where two-tier housing systems like this. Same is our one of the associated farmer is the Salesh Hajre. He has just now built up. He has received in a grant under the National Livestock Mission, and he has built up his farm. And you can see that using the one of the best farms he has built up in Karnataka and in the Tamur district. The other even the changes you can see, this is on a ground, this especially on case of the Rajasthan and others where the low cost housing system can be provided. We have developed these types of the models also. Then we are also being giving a lot of stress on the integrated farming systems, this including the goat, poultry and fishery, goat, poultry, fishery, verming composting, ajola farming, and their circular economy has also been calculated. And we are being recommending these models to the farmers. We are even providing the specialized training program on the integrated farming system. Recently, we have a tie-up with the Institute of Integrated Farming Systems in Meerut, and we have developing more number of the models on these lines. And then their complete guidelines with respect to the establishment as well as what will be the economy of that one, and the revenues, what can be the returns in that revenues are being there. So we are being presenting before the farmers and motivating them to adopt these things. So here you can see that the if we are being only goat farming system we are being adopting, there's we are being serving all our almost 19,855 we are being producing, where the 20 goats are being kept. If we are keeping poultry separately, then 6,000 rupees. If we are being combining both things, it should be around 26,000, but it's been coming around 32,000 plus. So by integration, you can have you can save the feed also, you can save your resources, and naturally the profitability will be increased. So this is a little bit about the what we are doing, and I just want to mention that while going for this 2047 targets, we have to strengthen our livestock product marketing structure also. Amongst them, I just discuss about little bit about the next few 5-6 slides only regarding the goat milk and the meat both. So how we can stress, this is the basic structure of the goat milk market, and it's been growing very fast. Compound annual growth rate of is being coming around 7.5% is being here, and the global goat milk market is being around 10 billion dollar is market is being there, and it's being hopeful by 2026 it will be 11.5 billion dollar market will be there, and it's been growing very fast, and a lot of players are being coming up in the international market. But though India is being producing 33% of the total goat milk, but still our contribution is almost being the nil in the international market. And as everybody knew that the goat milk is being considered as one of the best milk after mother milk for the infants, so the goat milk infant formula market is being growing at the rate of almost 9.5%. So this is the where there is a potential is being there. So in our institution also we are being in the process of establishment of a spray drying system, and we have developed we are in the process, we have already developed, rather I should say we have already developed the infant formulations based on the goat milk, and we are in the process of the validation of these formulations through the with the collaboration with the medical institutions. Especially we are being in collaboration, getting in collaboration with the AIMS Delhi as well as the AMU. we are being recommending that the European goat dairying model that is being there, which is being having only 2% of the world goat population and producing around 15% of the global goat milk. And why this is not being happening in Indian conditions? We have to look into that, where we are being lacking. We have to move on, and there is a positive consumer response is being coming towards the non-bovine milk overall, the goat milk, and specifically we see that the demand for the goat milk is being increasing. People are being there is a in especially in the higher cadre, higher strata group, there is a paradigm shift is being coming into the milk consumption pattern also. People are being moving more towards a non-bovine milk, and this growth rate is being as high as up to 10%. So we have to give in a lot of stress that the nutraceutical value of the goat milk should be established. It should be properly validated, and the awareness about this one about the goat milk should be created, and then only the market can be created. Secondly, we have to look into that the goat milk based value added products that include cheese and others also, which has a huge potential in the international market. If we see the Indian market scenario, there are a very few market players are there, like the Panchal Dairy is one of them, GF Goat Farms, that's in Mumbai, Kutti. Then though goat milk, little bit goat milk export is also being carried out, but is very, very limited, only Bhutan to Singapore, whereas there is a very high demand of the goat milk products in there in case of the United Nations also, as well as the some of the European nations, they are also being in very high demand as being there. But we have to look into that how we can improve the productivity. That's being limited to only 460 gram per animal is being coming up, and there is a so that we can fix up the market pricing system also. And there are the various FPCs are also being coming up for the goat milk, especially the Matri Mahila. They are being doing it. They are also being producing the various types of the goat milk based soap units also, and they are generating a revenue of almost 25 to 30 lakh rupees annually from that. And they are, so such a model should be adopted, and these models should be by the farmers or the progressive farmer. They should be carried out. We are also being creating awareness as well as a training program on these lines. Then if we see there is some models are being there in Taiwan. I just want to acknowledge over here regarding these slides are being pulled out from the slides from the Dr. Sujit Datta, though he was being one of the key speaker during this our conference also. So this is Taiwan case study is being there. They have introduced the name of the good goat's milk label is being there, and under that they are being expanding the especially branding is being carried out, and they are expanding that the goat milk value chain into and developing the specialized centers are being established. Value addition centers are being established for the cheese and the yogurt, and their market is being placed over there, and they are being working in hand to hand with the Goat Farmers Association. Then the goat cheese market, it is a very, very big market, and it is being improving a lot. And because of its and the Europe is the basic leader in the goat cheese market is being there. Over 50% of the total goat produce is in the France. And the goat cheese market is being touching almost $10 billion market is being touching up. So we have to increase how we can tap this market, and there's a lot of potential is being there on this goat milk cheese varieties are being there. And our institution is being working on a regular basis on that, and we are being providing training and others. Lot of efforts are being carried out. We have developed and standardized the technologies also. If someone is being interested to have those technologies from us, we can easily transfer to them. Then I just want to place, there is one case study of the Vistara farms also. Many of you amongst you might be knowing about this Vistara farm. This is basically in a Karnataka, in a Bangalore, near to Bangalore, based are being there. They are being keeping around 1,000 animals are with them, and they are being working in a cooperative mood and providing collaborating with the various farmers. They have established their Vistara collection centers also, and then finally they are developing various products presently they are being as Krishna, who visited recently our institution, he has mentioned that they are being processing around 250 to 300 liter of the goat milk on a daily basis, and they are being supplying B2C also and B2B also to the various organizations or the high-end hotels. And they are also being enabling through their app, which app is being for all farmers as well as for the consumer also, so that the marketing can also be carried out by this app. So this is a very big good example which can be easily can be replicated to the different parts of the India. So especially for the goat milk and others, they are being sending their goat milk products like yogurts, chèvre cheese, feta cheese, and ghee also to the various malls, and others are being there. Natural baskets and through mobile different ice creams they are being developing. They have already been over there different shops, and this is their models. Like they have their own shed of around 1,000 animals are being there. They have technologies. They are being through the cooperatives. They are being uh, associating with the various farmers. They are collecting the milk from these farmers associations also, and then processing it and selling it on the stall of the or the different stores. So this is one of the model is being there, which can be replicated to the by various farmers associations also, even the FPOs also, or the farmer producer cooperatives also, self-help groups also. This can be easily can be replicated. So that's why I'm putting up these slides from them. Then we are also being we are running presently one product project on the goat milk based cosmetics. So under that we have developed various products. In the last 2 years we have started this project, and we have developed various products, and we are being providing trainings to the farmers also on this aspect to develop the this milk based creams, face creams also, as well as the soaps and other detergents, and so many things we have developed over there. So to develop the goat milk based industry, we have to look into the all the aspects, that the research and development aspects also, the new innovation should be provided into that, and then support to the entrepreneurs, farmers and startups, and then especially the nutrition and the health benefit promotion of the awareness program should be carried out. Development of the dairy breeds, like I've already mentioned the bilge goat breeds, that includes Surti, Jamnapari, Jakrana, they should be developed. And then in marketing structure, all these factors should be managed. Only then we can have an overall development, and the goat milk industry can go as high as up to 18 million tons, which is being presently being required. Our targeting up to 2047. So until unless we not focus on these aspects, the marketing structure, infrastructure, and the branding, or the awareness program, the goat milk cannot be, the farmers cannot be attracted towards the goat milk. Then goat meat, goat meat, it's, I think I don't need to tell about the goat meat is one of the most popular premier meat is being there, not only in India, even throughout the world. It's the fourth most consumed meat in the world. And China is the world's largest producer as well as a consumer is being there. And China's global goat meat production is being around 16 million tons are being there. And even in Europe, it is being sold by the name of Carpetto or Chivon. Carpetto is there for the young animals are being there. And if you see, the almost 39% of the total goat meat produced is in China. India is producing only 9%, though we are being number one in the goat population, but our production is being only 9% of the total world goat meat production. So that is basic concern is regarding the productivity. We have to focus on the productivity so that we can improve our share in the global goat meat production systems. Though there are the only 16 APIDA approved sheep and the goat slaughterhouses are there in India, majority of the goat, this is being slaughtered in the registered slaughterhouses, which is being more than 2,000, which are being governed or under the different municipal corporations, panchayats, and other committee members are being there. So the hygienic production is being of the goat meat is being very, very limited. majority are being slaughtered. Even many of them are without antemartum and postmortem examination also. So we have to look into that. That's why the export of our goat meat is being very limited. It's being around 600 crore rupees we have exported, and the maximum export is being going to the UAE. And rather, I won't say that it's a only the goat meat. It's a overall sheep and goat meat. That's a chivan and the mutton that forms around 643 crore rupees. So, and majority of them is going to the UAE. And this is the export trends are being there. This is the export trends. Maximum is going towards how the international markets are being moving. Global goat meat market are being there. Then these are the value added products which are being developed by our institution, and we are also being providing training, and we are transferring the technologies which are being the ready to eat products also. Ready to cook products are also being there, ready to serve, as well as the long lasting products. That's a long shelf life, like the retort pouch packaging, or the at a self-stable products are also being developed by our institution, that include Nimki and Morocco and others are also there. And we are always giving a lot of stress that the branding of the goat meat should be carried out. Though e-commerce various e-commerce platforms, they are being working in India, which are being selling the meat and meat products, as well as the fish and fish products, but very few are being limited to the specific to the goat meat. So there is a need to work on this, and how the marketing systems can be improved, especially for the goat meat brands and others are being there. And there are the few examples are being there. Ahmednagar Goat Cooperative Federations, which are being working on the goat meat sector, and they are being the very few. Those have been established by veterinarian, and they are being doing in a cooperative manner. And like Bakharo, this is the brand which is being established by the Uttarakhand, but we can so the growth rate of this brand is not as being expected because of the many reason. One of the reason is that the slaughterhouses are not being available in case of the Uttarakhand region. And the Harigata, you may be knowing that this brand is being available in the Football World Cup, which has occurred in 2023 in Qatar. Also, they have exported the chivan to that place, and a lot of Haringata meat outlets are there in Calcutta. And then the meat products of India in Kerala, they are also being working on those, right? So these are the meat brands, but it's you can these are the very limited one. You can count them on the fingers. The government institutions or the cooperatives or the PSU, which are being working on the meat sector in the goat sector, in the goat meat sector, are being very limited. We have to work out, our farmers, they have to work out on it, how they can establish the associated for farmer producer organization, especially in the meat industry, and the meat banks. Like in case I have explained the one of the model of the feed bank, similarly the meat bank model should be established. And this has been initiated, many of the organization, they have initiated it also. And uh, I can place the model formulation, how it is being coming over there. And then the goat markets, the marketing infrastructure of the goat is being very poor. Even the basic facilities in the marketing structure, that is the weighing of the animal, is not being there. They say the animal are being procured from the farmers just on the estimates, that it will be of a 10 kg, it will be of 12 kg, like that. But actually the actual realization of the weight and the money is not being carried out with the farmer. So in this lines, one our institution is being working on the project. We are being developing a mobile app by which you have to take the picture of the animal by the three different sites, and then it will tell you about the what will be the weight of that animal. So that is basically the we are being focused on the how the girth weight and the length of the animal is being estimated, and then with the help of an algorithm, we have developed a model by which the accuracy rate is being as high as up to 95 to 97%. We have conducted this experimentation with the 3 to 4 breeds, like we have at our farms in Beetle also we have carried out in Burberry, and the we have also carried out in case of the Jamnapari. now we are being working that it should be applicable to the all other breeds also. And hopefully by the end of the next year, we will have a full-fledged 39 breeds will be covered into it by covering over there. So this app will be very useful for the farmers. By simply clicking the picture, they can estimate the weight of the animals also. So these are the common popular markets which are being goat markets are being there, which are being marketing the animals as high as up to 1 lakh to 2 lakh animals per day, handling the animal. So our institution is being working hand to hand with the farmers also, as well as the industry personals also. So even we are also being providing full support to the and a single window support system for the farmers. Those are being going for the National Livestock Mission and others. They are being putting their application for National Livestock Mission. We are being providing them training. We are helping them to develop a detailed project report. We are helping them to getting associated with the financial institutions or the banks also, and so that they can submit their applications accordingly, and the success rate can be improved. So even for the industry also, as I was detailed about the different products being available with the our institution, you can the industry can join hands with us by signing an MAU for the technical know-how. Then we will give them the hands-on training also for entrepreneur training program. We will help them to develop in a bankable project reports. Then we can make them link up with the equipments and the ingredient suppliers also. So we will help them what can be the different vendors, what can are being there for the supply on the equipments and the technology on the, especially on the single user also or the multiple user. But our preference is towards the multiple user. We are being providing technologies majority on the multiple user basis or the non-exclusive basis. Then we are also being extending our facilities. If someone wants to have utilize our facilities with respect to processing, like feed processing, we have a pellet making facilities being there. We have a feed formulation facilities are being there. If somebody wants to utilize those facilities, we are extending. Those are being associated with us. We are extending them so they can develop their product. Same is being true about the milk products also. Same is being true about the meat products also. They can come over here, utilize our facilities, processing facilities, maybe even the semen processing facilities also. So they will get nominal charges we have fixed for that one. After that, they will take their product into the market, and the market testing will be carried out. If their product is being well accepted by the consumers over there, then they can raise the capital and others, and they can establish their own units. So the initial trials can be conducted for any of the technology using our facilities, so that their test marketing can be carried out. And then finally, when there's the successful establishment of the brand or the product is being there, they can go for their own establishment of the processing units or others are being there. We are also being providing the technical know-how or the assistance in case of the logo designing, packaging and other aspects also. So any of the farmer or the industry personnel, if they are being interested, CIRG is having a very positive approach. Even I will say that we have a proactive approach towards the association with the industry, and so that we can pass on our technologies to the real stakeholders. And we have a national referral laboratory also for food testing. So all the equipments, high-end equipments are with us, and we are being providing the facilities for testing of all the produce. That includes the milk, meat, feed and others also. And similarly, we have a national referral laboratory for the disease diagnosis also. And if you bring your samples over here, we are also being going for the, if there is any outbreak is there, our team will go and they can assist the personals over there. So we are being working on the emergency lines on those aspects also. So even we have developed various types of the literature as well as the different technologies. So this is being available for the farmers. And recently, as I've already mentioned you, that we are being reaching to the farmers through our goat fair and the symposia, and recently we have conducted the Bakri Mahakumbh and the seminar also. So a lot of progressive farmers or the others, they are being getting associated with us. They are being the different stakeholders. They are being the partner to us. So we are being proactively approaching all our stakeholders so that our lab to land program can be strengthened and our technologies can reach over there. Even it's a two-way process. The stakeholders or farmers or the producers or others, they can come back to us that they are being facing this problem. We will work on those problems. Our R&D's team will work on that problem and we will provide the solution to that one. So basically, we are being giving a lot of stress on the niche-based research. So the problem is being coming from the particular area or others. Our R&D team is being working and resolving it and giving the solution. So this is our two-way approach is being there. So this is being little bit about the how the things are being moving for the 2047 for the Viksit Bharat and what are our targets and how the CIRG or our goat research institution is being working to achieve those targets. We can decide our core dimensions with respect to our R&D sector also. We are being providing the inputs to the policymakers also so that the infrastructure can be developed as well as the policy strategies can be developed for the goat sector in the Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.